This is wildlife biologist Eric Orff with my New Hampshire Fish and Wildlife YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, January 27th, 2021. Well, what's happening today or this week? You know, I was looking at the New Hampshire Audubon email today and remind me of what's happening right now. Not much snow. As I look down here to the Suncook River, and I'll switch things around. The Suncook River, it's wide open. Almost no ice at all on the Suncook River. Out my back windows and here off my deck, my what I call is my tree stand deck here. Yeah. So when I had my deck rebuilt this summer, I added a tree stand so I could look out at the river and other things, except for it's part of my deck. So what's happening now? You know, we got a skiff of snow last night, about 1.5 or 2 inches here. So got a little bit of snow, not all that much. And the ground has been bare. The river's been open. We're in for a real cool down here in a few days. But from the email that I saw from Audubon today, it has me thinking. We are in spring mode already. Now, it's supposed to be down in the low teens in single digits overnight for the next few nights, starting, I think, Thursday or Friday. But it's going to really cool down. But who was just out here on my bird feeder here? I had a couple of squirrels. And from that Audubon site today, I see that folks who are observing the bald eagles about in New Hampshire have noticed the last few weeks that the eagles have begun to refurbish their nests. Yes, a sign of spring when New Hampshire's bald eagles, and last year there was a record of 79 pairs of bald eagles in New Hampshire, with 50 something actually being successful at having young last year, a record number as well. Now, just the other day here, looking out my window at my bird feeder, I saw another sign of spring. It was a squirrel chase. So we are coming up onto mating season of our gray squirrels. I think the gestation period of a gray squirrel is 44 days. So they mate in February, and 44 days later, they have their first young of the year, half a dozen young potentially, 4 to 6, I think, something like that. And then midsummer, they have a second brood for the year. So it is spring in New Hampshire, despite the fact that it is January 27th. We have at least 2 months of winter ahead of us, but the days are getting longer. The sun is further up into the sky, and the wildlife is taking note. For them, they are thinking spring. They are thinking of breeding. In fact, just yesterday morning, there was a big old tom turkey nearby that was strutting his way around. He was all fanned up and strutting around. So that was the first sign I've seen of turkeys thinking it was spring. And so there are now at least 3 signs of spring around the corner in New Hampshire. Bald eagles taking refurbishing their nest. The squirrel chases on for breeding season, and big old tom turkey all fanned up. So yeah, we might get another foot or 2 or even 3 feet of snow, but isn't the sun getting higher in the sky every day? The days longer, and as the sun gets higher, the snow melts quicker. And I'm thinking this might be a winter, even though we're going to have some really cold temperatures the next several days. I'll be surprised if our rivers seize up for the rest of the winter. There's just, the ground around is pretty much all bare, and any sunny day, the ground warms up a little bit. Even if it's, 10 degrees or 15 degrees outside, that sun that's higher in the sky warms up the earth. And if you're sitting outside on these mid-February days, you know what I mean. The sun is quite warm by the middle of February and certainly into March. So, it's certainly, we're in winter still here in New Hampshire, but there are signs of spring. And the squirrels and the eagles and the turkeys are all letting us know we have turned the corner on this winter. We are headed to spring. Yeah, and don't we need that? Again, wildlife biologist Eric Orff for my New Hampshire Fish and Wildlife YouTube channel. Hey, spring, and all the other animals. I mean, in the next few weeks, the coyotes will be breeding, and foxes will be breeding, and raccoons. A lot of our species will be breeding, so you will see. And owls typically in February they start calling. So a nighttime hike or walk in February is going to maybe bring you an owl call or two, a barred owl. Yeah, lots of things are going to be happening. So right now, the late January into February ticks things off that we're on the way to spring. Things are happening. Animals are noticing the longer days, and they are thinking, hey, we got to get ready to mate and have some young and get on with the year. And I'm looking forward to spotting more spring signs here in central New Hampshire. Yes, wildlife biologist Eric Orff for my New Hampshire Fish and Wildlife YouTube channel.